Chapter 121, 9th Tier Winged Tiger King. Wu Bingji's mouth twitched as he glanced at Tang San. After hearing the tiger's roar, he didn't try to flee, it was futile. Against a higher tier winged tiger, their speed couldn't escape. Wu Bingji muttered, half gone, half gone. Tang San's lips twitched, realizing his big senior brother was a secret miser. Only Tang San understood. The town lord was protecting them, and if danger struck, he'd intervene. But if he did, they'd lose half their gains, at least half the winged tiger's value. Hence Wu Bingji's dismay. They'd earned it themselves, but now the town lord's help was inevitable. Tang San's thoughts differed. Sky Fox Eye's intuition told him it wasn't that simple. If the town lord could handle it, their luck should indicate safety. Even if Dubai's reaction wasn't direct, Sky Fox Eye's sensitivity wouldn't cause such a severe backlash, including for Tang San. With divine consciousness as his safeguard, his sense of lethal threat meant the starlight dimmed suddenly. A massive figure descended, with a wingspan over 12 meters and an 8-meter body. Its brown fur shimmered with faint dark gold. Its terrifying aura and unparalleled pressure made everything tremble. Yellow eyes, laced with bloodshot veins, burned with mad fury. Its blood-chi fluctuations thickened the air around it. Under Tang San's gaze, wind elements surged toward the colossal form. Starlight on its back cast a dark golden halo. What is that? Guli stammered. In his memory, from their teacher's tales, winged tigers weren't like this, so huge. An 8-meter long, 12-meter winged giant. What was it? Wu Bingji's lips trembled, forgetting his lost spoils. WW winged tiger, not an ordinary adult. Regular ones were 7th tier, with stronger bloodlines reaching 8th tier at peak. This beast, eyes wild with rage and hatred, wasn't 7th or 8th tier. Its dark golden sheen revealed its potent bloodline. Monster races, strongest bloodlines were golden, their direct lineage. Beasts lacked sentience, so no golden bloodlines existed among them. The strongest beasts had a trace of dark gold. Without awakening sentience, they'd never reach true golden bloodlines. A beast with dark gold was a king among beasts, atop the food chain. They faced not a regular winged tiger but a 9th tier winged tiger king. The outer edge of their territory, how could a winged tiger king be here? No wonder the juvenile was 6th tier, not 5th, with wind elemental body and wind gang. It was likely the king's offspring, and they'd killed it. Now they faced a top tier 9th tier beast's vengeful wrath. Chang, Dubai, go now. Wu Bingji roared, frantically gathering ice elements. Tang San said bitterly, we can't. Its wind domain has locked this area. We can't fly. Chang Zicheng's flapping wings stirred no airflow, she couldn't lift off. Roar, the winged tiger king bellowed, advancing with heavy steps. Its immense pressure soaked the 5 ewes in sweat. Guli muttered, if we give it the cub's body, will it spare us? Tang San's mouth twitched. That'd make us die faster. Suddenly, a blaze shot skyward, illuminating the night and warming the ground. The jungle lit up, the king's dark golden fur gleaming. Roar, the king sensed it, roaring skyward. The soaring flame turned into a meteor, crashing toward it. He's here. Wu Bingji exhaled, relief in his eyes. The town lord had arrived, their savior. The king's wings beat, dazzling cyan light spiraling like a tornado, shaking the heavens. Cyan and red lights collided midair, a dual-colored halo spreading. The night sky glowed cyan and red, spectacular. Run, or you'll die. Zhang Haoshuan's roar echoed. Tang San's group snapped into action. Wu Bingji grabbed Dubai, carrying him. Tang San, Guli, and Chang Zicheng followed, sprinting away. A 9th tier clash was beyond them, the shockwaves could obliterate them. The king roared, wings spreading, sending 2 massive cyan blades slicing toward them, devastating the landscape. A red figure descended, a fiery roar answering. A blazing tiger's cry. Flames fell, forming a firewall that blocked the wind blades. Zhang Haoshuan's demon god transformation was blazing tiger, from flame tiger. Its tier surpassed winged tiger, a beast, not a monster. But human transformations were weaker than true monsters, making their bloodlines equal. Yet this winged tiger king, with dark gold blood, had unmatched physical prowess. In a 9th tier duel, Zhang Haoshuan had no confidence. With the attack blocked, Tang San's group fled. Tang San realized why his danger sense was so strong. This was the edge of the winged tiger's territory, but more lived here. Though not pack beasts, could the king command its kind. Winged tigers lived in families. This king was the pillar. If the slain cub was its child, did it have? Chapter 122, the mother tiger arrives. Roar, a piercing, furious howl erupted. A gale swept through, instantly stripping the surrounding treetops bare. The faces of Tang San and his team paled dramatically. It was here, the true lethal threat. A massive figure, glowing with dazzling cyan light, crashed to the ground ahead, the shockwave sending them tumbling backward. This new winged tiger was 6 meters long with an 8-meter wingspan. Dense wind elements swirled around it, its roars angrier than the winged tiger king's. Yes, the mother tiger had arrived. This was likely the winged tiger king's mate, the mother of the slain juvenile. They had been a complete family. Had the juvenile not tried to prey on Tang San's group, their family would still be intact. Tang San's team would have avoided them, but the greedy juvenile's fatal mistake had enraged its parents. Bloodline ties brought the winged tiger king first, with the mother tiger arriving shortly after, blocking their escape. Undoubtedly an adult, this mother tiger, though typically weaker than males in tiger hierarchies, was exceptional as the king's mate. Tang San judged it as peak 7th tier, nearly 8th tier. Zhang Haoshuan, 9th tier, was barely holding off the winged tiger king. Their near-invincible guardian was now occupied. They faced a peak 7th tier mother tiger, driven by the grief of losing her cub. Wu Bingji and Guli weren't at their peak, while Tang San and Chang Zicheng were better off. Wu Bingji, the strongest at 6th tier, faced a vast gap against a peak 7th tier beast with a robust physique. Wu Bingji gently set Dubai down, whispering, run as far as you can. You must survive and get back. At 16, as Redemption Academy's eldest disciple and strongest, Wu Bingji stayed calm. There was no point in blame, no one could predict this. He resolved to protect his juniors at all costs. Tang San, take them and go if you must, split up, save who you can. I'll hold it off as long as possible. The area was still under the winged tiger king's wind domain, grounding Chang Zicheng's flight. But escaping the domain might allow her to fly, increasing Dubai's survival odds. It's no use. You can't hold it alone, Tang San said calmly, stepping beside Wu Bingji, standing shoulder to shoulder. Big senior brother, I suggested this training. We fight together. At 9, much shorter than Wu Bingji, Tang San's presence was undiminished. Our goal was a 7th tier winged tiger, right? Why run? Fight. Guli joined, forming a line with Tang San and Wu Bingji, resembling the character Chuan. Tang San glanced at Chang Zicheng and Dubai. You two are no help here. Go. Against a peak 7th tier winged tiger, even using all his abilities, Tang San wasn't confident of victory. At peak 5th tier, the gap was vast. I'm not leaving. Dubai, you go. Chang Zicheng said stubbornly, staying put. Stop wasting time. Run. Can he escape alone? Wu Bingji roared, turning angrily. The mother tiger's body glowed with cyan light, intense wind gang swirling around it, its overwhelming pressure bearing down. Chang Zicheng hesitated, but seeing Dubai's pale face, she gritted her teeth, grabbed him, and ran. Tang San felt no fear. If he could choose, he'd avoid revealing his abilities or using divine consciousness. Now, he had no choice. He was relieved, though. He hadn't misjudged his team. Wu Bingji's resolve to hold the rear and Guli's reckless yet loyal stand reminded him of past life battles with trusted comrades. Milky white light flickered in Tang San's eyes. He whispered, big senior brother, brother Guli, support me ice spear, throw. Wu Bingji, without hesitation, gripped the air, ice elements condensing as his bloodline power surged. Under immense pressure, he held nothing back. The ice spear shot out, whistling sharply toward the mother tiger. Tang San tapped the ground, launching himself onto the spear as it flew, riding it toward the tiger. Wu Bingji and Guli charged behind him. Unsure of Tang San's plan, they knew only full effort could save them. Tang San didn't use Wind Wolf transformation. His eyes glowed milky white, and with Lingqi's sky eye, the wind elements and dazzling wind gang were clear. The mother tiger moved, wings beating, lunging at Tang San. Its right claw swung, carrying 5 wind gang claw blades, unstoppable. A direct hit would kill Tang San instantly. Freeze! Tang San shouted. Guli, ready, activated time transformation. Its control was potent, even across tiers, but the strength gap was too wide. The tiger paused briefly, its claw blades undiminished. Wu Bingji, charging, felt his heart in his throat. Perhaps an illusion, but the tiger seemed to pause twice in that fleeting moment. Chapter 123, A Desperate Battle. Tang San had made up his mind as he charged. His combat experience, honed over 3 lifetimes, was vast, with countless cross-tier battles. Undoubtedly, this beast was beyond their ability to counter. With a 7th-tier demon beast physique, even standing still, they might not breach its defenses. The winged tiger's bloodline talent, Wind Gang, was both offensive and defensive, incredibly strong, enabling flight and making escape impossible. The town lord, struggling against the 9th-tier winged tiger king, couldn't help. They could only rely on themselves. Wu Bingji's eyes hadn't deceived him, the mother tiger had paused twice midair. One pause was Guli's time transformation, the other was Tang San's. His first use of it activating time transformation drained some of Tang San's mental strength, distorting his vision briefly. His 3rd-tier time transformation should have been weaker than Guli's, but with liquid mental strength far surpassing Guli's, its effect was comparable. As the mother tiger froze, Tang San moved, leaping off the ice spear, which fell to the ground. He flickered illusorily, dodging the tiger's claws. Masked by the wind gang's blow, his figure vanished briefly. To Wu Bingji and Guli, it was a blur, they couldn't tell how he did it in an instant. Tang San was above the tiger's head. Never rigid, especially in life or death moments, Tang San activated flash leopard transformation. With several flickers, he reached the tiger's head. Controlling crane capturing dragon at full force pulled him onto its back. Instead of attacking, he unleashed mysterious heaven technique, frantically absorbing its bloodline power. He wasn't sure if his ability to devour monster bloodlines worked on demon beasts, but it was his only chance. To survive, he had to strengthen himself and weaken the enemy. Boom! Immense bloodline power flooded into Tang San. It worked, was his first thought, but the tiger reacted, its wind gang erupting, blasting Tang San skyward, crashing through tree canopies dozens of meters up. Tang San sensed the wind gang's eruption but had achieved his goal. He targeted the tiger's spine, near its heart, where bloodline power was densest. Without considering his body's limits, his peak 5th-tier mysterious heaven technique surged to its maximum. Unprotected by wind gang due to the dual time transformations, the tiger was fully vulnerable, and Tang San absorbed a massive amount. To Wu Bingji and Guli, Tang San looked dire, blood spraying, clothes shredded, fate uncertain. Ah! Wu Bingji shouted, hurling a condensed ice spike, his ice elemental body at full power, charging the tiger. Guli matched him, grief overcoming fear. They didn't know what Tang San had done, but the tiger's bloodline suppression weakened noticeably. Assuming Tang San was dead, they fought desperately to buy time for Cheng Zicheng and Dubai's escape. The tiger, drained by Tang San's absorption, felt weak despite its peak 7th-tier strength. Tang San's shredded clothes weren't from wind gang but from his body, unable to contain the overflowing energy bursting from his pores. Wu Bingji was swatted away, his ice armor shattering. Without Guli's timely time freeze, that blow could have killed him. Guli swung his tail hammer, striking the tiger's right claw, forcing it down. But the tiger's left claw slashed him, leaving 5 deep gashes. His time crocodile scales couldn't fully block the sharp claws, and blood flowed. Without Tang San's drain, that strike would have been fatal. The gap was too vast, their attacks couldn't pierce the tiger's defenses, while each of its strikes threatened their lives. Wu Bingji struggled up, firing ice spikes at the tiger's eyes, aiming to distract it. Like before, the spikes shattered against the wind gang. Tang San, falling from the sky, was the tiger's main target, its hatred fixated on the first human it had blasted away. Ignoring Wu Bingji and Guli, it raised its head, wings beating, leaping toward Tang San with open jaws and bared fangs. If it bit him, Tang San would be dead, devoured instantly. Wu Bingji roared, his ice elemental body exploding. An ice wall behind him shattered, propelling him like a meteor toward the tiger. Though he hadn't known Tang San long, in just half a month, he'd learned much from him. He saw Tang San's immense talent despite his lowly wind wolf transformation. At 9, Tang San earned not just Wu Bingji's admiration but his respect. Freeze. A hoarse roar sounded. Blood-soaked, Guli unleashed his strongest time freeze ever, white light mingling with his blood. The leaping tiger stiffened, wings rigid, its rising body driven by inertia, but its open jaws couldn't close. Seal. A familiar voice rang in Wu Bingji's ears. Despite back injuries from the exploding ice wall, Wu Bingji stayed alert. Charging the tiger, his ice spear shattered, and he spread his arms, crashing into it, then clamped them around its thick neck. Ice blue light spread across the tiger. He poured his 6th-tier ice elemental body into sealing it the falling cyan figure. Tang San, curled and flipped. Facing the tiger's jaws, he didn't dodge but dove and the tiger watched him enter its mouth, but the time freeze and chilling seal slowed its bite. The next instant, dazzling cyan light erupted in its mouth. A heart-wrenching roar mixed with blood and cyan light sprayed out. Chapter 124, By a fluke. The wind gang erupted, shaking off Wu Bingji, who was sealing the mother tiger. His ice elemental body couldn't fully protect him, and blood gushed from his wounds. The mother tiger frantically flapped its wings, the raging wind gang shredding nearby plants into fragments. Clutching its head in pain, it tried to expel the agony, but blood poured from its orifices, unable to stop the torment. A peak 7th-tier demon beast's body was immensely tough, its abilities formidable. Yet, its flesh remained vulnerable. Tang San, descending into its open jaws, struck from within. The wind blade exploding in its mouth pierced its brain. He used not only his power but the tiger's own. When the wind gang blasted him skyward, the massive bloodline power he'd absorbed nearly burst his body. But Tang San stayed calm, having anticipated this. As the bloodline power surged, his first change was breaking the bottleneck to 6th-tier mysterious heaven technique. This was a key reason for diving into the tiger's jaws. The breakthrough required vast bloodline energy, and though a demon beast was impure, the peak 7th-tier tiger's was sufficient after filtering. His mysterious heaven technique ran at its limit, protecting his meridians from collapse. The blood he spat was an expulsion of excess impurities. By the time he fell, he'd regained control. Tang San was grateful for risking Sky Fox transformation earlier. His precise control, enabled by liquid mental strength, was critical, a difficulty only he understood. His 3 lifetimes, experience with mental energy tiers allowed him to manage the chaotic energy. In that brief moment, he couldn't fully absorb the vast bloodline power, only channeling it out as he entered the tiger's mouth. His target was the tiger's eye, a weaker point. With his new 6th-tier strength and the tiger's absorbed power, he could break its defenses. Unexpectedly, Wu Bingji and Guli's teamwork gave him a better chance, letting him enter its mouth. Using mysterious jade hand, he unleashed a violent energy burst in the tiger's soft oral cavity. Even his hands struggled to contain it, showing its ferocity. As Tang San was expelled, he was injured again, but the tiger was doomed. The strongest defenses fall from within, and his attack proved that he landed, barely standing, while Guli, exhausted from his burst, and Wu Bingji, blasted away, lay unconscious. In that brief battle, all 3 gave everything. Any misstep would have meant death. Roar! A piercing howl sounded from afar, a massive cyan light soaring. Terrifying pressure erupted. The mother tiger collapsed, spitting blood, its eyes dimming as it died. Tang San's face changed. The winged tiger king, sensing its mate's death, had unleashed its full power, overwhelming Zhang Haoshuan. With the vengeance of its cub and mate, the 9th-tier king's fury was unimaginable. Tang San, barely standing, turned. His condition was dire, meridians and aura chaotic, unable to fight. The king's massive form appeared in the sky. Then, a brilliant red light shot up, illuminating the night like a sunset. The king's dazzling cyan light was suppressed. The red light slashed, and with a scream, the king's wind gang broke, its body crashing away. What a strike! Tang San's gaze froze. Was Zhang Haoshuan that strong? The king, gravely wounded, fled, not even aiding its mate. The mother tiger's last light faded, dead at their hands, a peak 7th tier, nearly 8th tier beast. A red figure streaked down. Seeing Tang San, Zhang Haoshuan landed, eyes widening. His first thought, it's over. Chang Zicheng and Dubai were gone. Wu Bingji and Guli lay unconscious, only Tang San stood. Tang San noticed Zhang Haoshuan's dark red, non-metallic, non-jade long blade, glowing fiercely, the source of the sky-splitting red light. Teacher. Tang San coughed blood, collapsing, unable to hold on. Zhang Haoshuan's voice trembled. These were the academy's best. How could he face the organization if they were lost? Tang San shook his head. They're fine. Sister Cheng and Dubai fled first. We three held the rear, killing the mother tiger by a fluke. Check on my brothers. Hearing Chang Zicheng and Dubai escaped, Zhang Haoshuan exhaled. Dubai's sky fox eye was vital, and Chang Zicheng's golden punk transformation was strong. Their survival was a miracle. Zhang Haoshuan rushed to Wu Bingji and Guli, checking them. Wu Bingji's injuries were severe, his aura weak but steady, not life-threatening. Guli, mentally exhausted, was unconscious but stable, though his mental fluctuations were unsteady. Both were alive. Alive, good. Zhang Haoshuan muttered, relieved, then spat blood. Wiping his mouth, he moved Wu Bingji and Guli beside Tang San. His blade merged into his right arm, vanishing. Teacher, that blade was incredible. Tang San praised. Zhang Haoshuan frowned. Hurt the enemy 1,000, lose 800. It needs charging, or I wouldn't have delayed. Chang Zicheng in Dubai. Chapter 125, good luck. Tang San said, Teacher, please find them quickly. They'll be in danger if they encounter other demon beasts in the forest. The winged tiger king was driven off, so other winged tigers shouldn't arrive soon. I'll guard them here. In a bit, I should be able to fight again. They're not fit to move and need rest to stabilize their injuries. Stay here, I'll be back as fast as I can, Zhang Haoshuan said, no longer hesitating. Suppressing his injuries, he took off, heading swiftly into the distance. He had to retrieve Chang Zicheng in Dubai, leaving them in the vast, dangerous forest was too risky. Once he left, Tang San exhaled, his condition still poor. Fortunately, breaking through to 6th tier mysterious heaven technique enhanced its ability to nurture his body. He silently circulated mysterious heaven technique, regulating his chaotic aura and meridians, slowly recovering. He also noticed a new bloodline imprint in his body, a translucent, condensed cyan imprint, far clearer than his wind wolf imprint. Undoubtedly, it came from the mother tiger. He'd absorbed it to weaken her and strengthen himself, not expecting to gain a new imprint. Post-battle, he sensed the residual tiger bloodline power, comparing demon beasts and monsters. Demon beast bloodlines were wilder, with more impurities, unlike the pure monster bloodlines. Beasts, lacking sentience, passively absorbed spiritual energy without proper refinement, limiting them from god level. Yet, their blood chi was unmatched. This peak 7th tier tiger's bloodline power was the strongest Tang San had encountered, excluding Zhang Haoshuan's, which he hadn't sensed. This wind-attributed imprint, wind tiger transformation, stemmed from the winged tiger's wind gang talent, not flight, which was instinctual. Its deep cyan color confirmed this. If fused with his wind wolf transformation's wind blade, what would result? Wind tiger transformation's bloodline tier surpassed wind wolf's, potentially 3rd tier if it were a monster. As a beast, it was peak 4th tier or higher. The wind tiger imprint could merge with wind wolf's, evolving it, enriching his wind blade with new variations. Not now, though. His meridians, strained by the potent bloodline, needed repair. His resilient meridians and mysterious heaven techniques nurturing made recovery feasible with time. The only worry was more powerful winged tigers arriving. Zhang Haoshuan's earlier strike likely wounded the winged tiger king heavily. Hopefully, winged tigers didn't aid each other. Otherwise, Tang San might need his divine consciousness. Then, a soothing warmth filled his eyes, easing his tension. Sky Fox Eye's effect. Was it signaling no danger? As Tang San marveled at Sky Fox Eye's power, Zhang Haoshuan returned, holding Chang Zicheng in Dubai. Seeing him, Tang San relaxed, his curiosity about Sky Fox Eye deepening. It confirmed no danger, an intriguing foresight, like predicting the king's arrival, intensified by the mother tiger's threat they had to face themselves. Zhang Haoshuan landed, and Tang San saw Chang Zicheng was fine, but Dubai was unconscious, face pale. Teacher, what's wrong with brother Dubai? Tang San asked, alarmed. Before Zhang Haoshuan could reply, Chang Zicheng said, when we fled, we felt so guilty. I was carrying him, and he kept saying he was useless. Then I felt a strong mental surge, and he passed out, head limp on my shoulder. It scared me luckily, teacher arrived soon. I don't know what happened. A sudden mental surge, then unconsciousness. Mental exhaustion, Zhang Haoshuan said. Tang San understood. During their escape, Dubai, overwhelmed by guilt and uselessness, had unleashed Sky Fox Eye, disrupting luck. And it seemed, he succeeded. Without Tang San's attack inside the tiger's mouth, even blinding its eyes wouldn't have saved them without divine consciousness. Their failure was likely, yet their trio's perfect coordination killed the tiger. Luck was crucial, and Dubai's interference tipped its Sky Fox Eye played a pivotal role. Chang Zicheng saw the massive mother tiger's body. Zhang Haoshuan, relaxing, noticed it too, shocked. This big. Focused on the students, he hadn't registered the tiger's size. Now, with all 5 alive, he saw their achievement. Most demon beast strength correlated with size, especially winged tigers. This wasn't an ordinary adult. They'd killed it. Looking at Tang San, Zhang Haoshuan was stunned. Tang San gave a wry smile. It was everyone's effort. Chang Zicheng said, Teacher, you're amazing. How'd you get here? Without you, we'd be dead. Zhang Haoshuan's mouth twitched. His arrival stopped the winged tiger king, but this tiger was all them. Knowing Tang San's mysterious heaven technique secret, he said little. Rest and recover here. We need to leave soon, or the king might return, he said, trembling as he sat, showing his battle wasn't easy. He couldn't rest yet, checking Wu Bingji, realigning his broken bones to avoid misalignment, and monitoring Guli and Dubai. Chapter 126, After Action Review. Dubai and Guli were deeply unconscious, showing no response, their mental strength severely depleted. Chang Zicheng, the only one unscathed, took watch. Tang San, too drained to explain, focused on circulating mysterious heaven technique to heal as Zhang Haoshuan returned. The night had been harrowing. By morning, when Tang San awoke from meditation, the mother tiger's body was gone. Wu Bingji, with splendid limbs, rested against a tree trunk. Dubai and Guli still lay unconscious. Chang Zicheng and Zhang Haoshuan were absent. After a night's rest, Tang San's lingering pain stabilized. Awake, eat. Zhang Haoshuan's voice came as he approached, handing Tang San some fruits. Thanks, teacher. Tang San devoured them. The forest fruits, rich in spiritual energy, restored his nutrition and hydration, boosting his spirit. Zhang Haoshuan sat beside him, looking pale but steady, a testament to his 9th tier resilience. Tell me, how did you do it last night? Zhang Haoshuan asked. Tang San replied, it was everyone's effort. Didn't big senior brother tell you? He said you were about to be eaten by the winged tiger. Tang San gave a wry smile. I rushed to restrain it unexpectedly. I broke through when it blasted me away. Big senior brother likely told you the rest. As I fell, I got lucky, landing in its mouth. With it unable to close its jaws due to big senior brother sealing and brother Guli's time freeze, I had a chance. I released wind blades in its mouth. With my breakthrough, they were strong enough to critically wound it. Attacking from inside. No wonder. Zhang Haoshuan, having inspected the tiger, confirmed the fatal internal wound with its hide intact. You nearly got wiped out. No more reckless missions like this. Without your luck, that mother tiger would have torn you apart before I arrived, Zhang Haoshuan said, still shaken. Tang San smiled. Luck's part of strength. Don't forget brother Dubai. His fainting yesterday, I bet he used Sky Fox Eye to shift our luck. How else could I have landed perfectly in its mouth? Zhang Haoshuan paused. His third tier Sky Fox Eye affecting a peak 7th tier winged tiger. Impossible. Tang San thought. My third tier Ling Shi Sky Eye has Sky Fox abilities too. Combined, with 2 6th tier fighters, it bridged the gap, not just Dubai's third tier. He didn't say this, guarding his Sky Fox fusion secret. Anyway, that's the result. Normally, we couldn't beat a 7th tier tiger. He laughed. Zhang Haoshuan eyed him, increasingly unable to read his 9-year-old disciple, who felt oddly mature despite a clear background. Little Tang, you okay? Wu Bingji's weak voice called. Big senior brother, I'm fine. You, Tang San asked. Wu Bingji winced, his internal and external injuries severe but stabilized under Zhang Haoshuan's care. You deserve the pain for this madness, hunting a winged tiger king, Zhang Haoshuan grumbled, still shaken. Wu Bingji's mouth twitched. Teacher, shouldn't you focus on a 9-year-old breaking through to 6th tier? He's 7 years younger than me. What? Zhang Haoshuan blinked, having overlooked this. 6th tier. Yup, Tang San nodded. Under immense pressure, at life and death, I broke through. I told you in teacher Guan, pressure sparks potential. Zhang Haoshuan gasped. 6th tier at 9, the academy's second 6th tier student, just days after arriving. He recalled Tang San was barely 5th tier upon joining. This speed was monstrous. Zhang Haoshuan stared, making Tang San squirm. Teacher, stop staring, I'm scared. Scared. You killed a 7th tier tiger and you're scared. Zhang Haoshuan raised his hand, tempted to swat him, but held back due to Tang San's injuries. Tang San grinned. It's not just me, I think everyone will surprise you. When brother Dubai and brother Guli wake, they'll likely have broken through too. Zhang Haoshuan jolted, eager. You mean nay? Tang San nodded. Brother Guli's final time free surpassed his usual strength. At life and death, he overexerted and fainted. He's been at peak 4th tier, unable to break through. That move likely did brother Dubai similar. You said a 3rd tier Sky Fox Eye couldn't affect a 7th tier tiger's luck, but a 4th tier could. Zhang Haoshuan's eyes lit up. Sky Fox and time transformations were the academy's most promising. If Dubai and Guli advanced, if you're right, I'll take the heat for this mission's consequences, Zhang Haoshuan said, clenching his fist. Tang San deftly shifted focus from his breakthrough, asking, Teacher, what's that flame blade? It wounded a 9th tier winged tiger king. Zhang Haoshuan glanced at him. My natal weapon, fused with my body, made from a 9th tier flame tiger spine by a top monster craftsman. I traded years of merits for it. It needs long charging but delivers immense power. Without it, we'd have been in deep trouble yesterday. Chapter 127. We're rich, we're rich. Natal weapon. What's that? Tang San asked curiously. Zhang Haoshuan explained, it's a weapon fused with one's bloodline, becoming part of the body, constantly nurtured by it. Only those above 7th tier can attempt it, requiring strong bloodline power. Vassals rarely achieve this. I got lucky. Tang San understood. The flame blade, derived from a flame tiger, complemented Zhang Haoshuan's blazing tiger transformation. Together, they enabled its forging. Using it, Zhang Haoshuan could briefly reach peak 9th tier, though it required charging, combining his strength with the blades for devastating attacks. Purely by strength, he was no match for the winged tiger king, but the blade gave him a chance to wound it. Town Lord, I'm back. Chang Zicheng's clear voice rang out. She returned with more wooden planks. Zhang Haoshuan asked Tang San, how's your recovery? Can you travel? I should be fine. Tang San nodded. Zhang Haoshuan said, you and Chang carry Bingji. I'll take the 2 unconscious ones. We leave now, straight back to the academy. If Tang San was right about time and Sky Fox transformations evolving, the risk was worth it. The priority was getting these kids back safely. Meeting a 9th tier winged tiger king meant who knows what could come next. Better return quickly. Yes, Tang San and Chang Zicheng assembled the planks into a stretcher, securing Wu Bingji to minimize movement. Zhang Haoshuan carried Guli and Dubai, one in each hand. The 6 set off for the academy. Haha, Wu Bingji, on the stretcher, chuckled intermittently. Big senior brother, what's so funny? Chang Zicheng glanced back, puzzled. We're rich, we're rich. Wu Bingji grinned. Chang Zicheng had never seen him like this. Are you okay? Tang San, from behind, said, he's fine, just injured. Relaxing now, he's letting loose. Wu Bingji chuckled, rich, rich. Chang Zicheng, indeed, they were rich. Beyond the earlier demon beasts, the 2 winged tigers were a huge haul. The 6th tier juvenile was their kill. Initially, Wu Bingji feared losing half to Zhang Haoshuan's intervention, but the mother tiger, peak 7th tier, was all them. Zhang Haoshuan held off the king, creating their chance, but they'd keep at least half the profit. A peak 7th tier winged tiger was worth over 10 elemental coins. Even split with Zhang Haoshuan, it was a fortune for them. Elemental coins had immense purchasing power. Despite his pain, lying on the stretcher, watching the scenery pass, Wu Bingji felt great, his injuries less daunting. Tang San smiled. Big senior brother, isn't this haul bigger than a year's cultivation gains? Way bigger, Wu Bingji nodded without hesitation. Materially and in cultivation, these days were immensely rewarding. Tang San said, recover well, and we'll come back. Come back. Zhang Haoshuan's voice rose ahead. Learn your lesson. You nearly died, and with injuries unhealed, you've forgotten the pain. Tang San replied, teacher, no risk, no reward. Shut up, I don't want to hear it, Zhang Haoshuan snapped. He'd been injured too, the winged tiger king was ferocious. A desperate fight might have killed it, but likely him too. These kids, he half regretted bringing Tang San to Redemption Academy. Since his arrival, an unstable energy had stirred, but the academy's atmosphere had shifted too. The return was smooth, with Zhang Haoshuan's 9th tier presence, even injured, his aura deterred demon beasts. It took 2.5 days. Jiali Academy's grand silhouette appeared, and Zhang Haoshuan relaxed, though worry lingered. Guli and Dubai hadn't woken. Wu Bingji, after 2 days, improved. His 6th tier physique and ice elemental body aided recovery. While ordinary people needed months for broken bones, he'd heal in half a month. Keep it low-key back at the academy, got it? Zhang Haoshuan warned. With 2 still unconscious, he'd face pressure, having backed this mission. Got it, teacher, Tang San replied, sounding obedient. Zhang Haoshuan glared, grumbling, let's go. By evening, they returned. Zhang Haoshuan settled Guli and Dubai, then led the barely mobile Wu Bingji, Tang San, and Chang Zicheng to the cafeteria. As they entered, all eyes turned. Seeing them, several teachers stood. You're back, good, Guan Longzhong said, relieved, eyeing Wu Bingji. Injured, minor, teacher, I'm fine, Wu Bingji grinned. We hunted demon beasts, let's add a dish tonight. Big senior brother, awesome. Students cheered. Demon beast meat was a rare treat. Mu Enching glanced behind. Where's Dubai and Guli? Zhang Haoshuan said casually, they overused their mental strength and need rest. I sent them to their rooms. They okay? Guan Longzhong asked. They'll be fine with rest, Zhang Haoshuan replied. Extra dish, time to eat. They served ground splitting lizard meat from their first day. Though valuable, it paled compared to their haul. The lizard scales, bones, and tendon were pricier, but the meat was a great way to boost morale. Tang San quickly ate and slipped out with Wu Bingji and Chang Zicheng. No time like now to dodge. Once Guli and Dubai's conditions were noticed, they'd face trouble. They could leave, but Zhang Haoshuan couldn't. After students left, the teacher stayed. Siru's face darkened, eyeing Zhang Haoshuan. You're injured. What happened? Are Dubai and Guli okay? Chapter 128, another time. Zhang Haoshuan said, a minor issue, but they're fine. Dubai and Guli are mentally exhausted and resting. Guan Longjong tensed. What exactly happened? Zhang Haoshuan gave a wry smile. These kids are too reckless. It's not entirely their fault, bad luck, mostly. Mu Yunyu frowned. Didn't they have Dubai? His third-tier Sky Fox Eye may not do much directly, but it should guide luck. How could they be unlucky? Zhang Haoshuan's mouth twitched. Lucky, running into a winged tiger king at the edge of their territory. I nearly didn't make it back. He recounted their journey, detailing Tang San's team's experiences. As the Dean of Redemption Academy and Town Lord, he had to report truthfully. Mu Yunyu paled, and the others' faces changed. They almost got wiped out. Guan Longjong said, voice trembling. Mu Enqing stayed silent, but Mu Yunyu exclaimed, how did you let them go? If they, Siru snorted, someone's incompetent. If it were me, even a winged tiger king would be a corpse. I just avoid exposure. Ninth-tier beast corpses are hard to sell without raising suspicion. As one of the organization's few god-level powerhouses, he wasn't exaggerating, demon beasts rarely reach god level. Zhang Haoshuan snapped, then you go next time. Next time, Guan Longjong roared. Zhang Haoshuan, what kind of decision is this? His tirade stormed on, and Zhang Haoshuan, mouth twitching, endured silently. Slipping out, Chang Zicheng stuck out her tongue, turning to Tang San. Little Tang, will Guli and Dubai wake up? They'll be okay, right? Tang San shook his head. They'll be fine, just mentally drained. Their demon god transformations use mental strength, and they overexerted themselves, not from external attacks. It's self-inflicted exhaustion, not core damage. Their sleep is self-repair, see their stable vitals. Okay, good, they better not be in trouble. Chang Zicheng clasped her hands, praying skyward. Tang San said, praying to the heavens is useless. Humans aren't favored in this world. Chang Zicheng blinked. True, then what? Tang San replied, someday, we'll break through the heavens and rewrite the rules. She pouted. Big talk, why not ascend now? I'm out, don't want to get scolded by teacher. She ran off. Wu Bingji, silent until now, spoke softly, little Tang, how do we handle our spoils? Should we inventory them? Tang San smiled. No need, big senior brother. You handle it, sell them and split the money. Here's my thought. Though we killed both tigers, teacher blocked the winged tiger king, saving us split the mother tiger's profit with him, and we 5 divide the rest. Wu Bingji nodded. Fair, I'll handle it soon. Not everything needs selling. Keep the winged tiger meat, it's nourishing. The bones can make medicinal wine or soup to strengthen us all, what do you think? Tang San agreed. Sounds good. Share the meat with everyone. Though Wu Bingji loved wealth, he wasn't greedy. As the eldest disciple, he thought holistically. This harrowing training yielded huge gains. Tang San contributed most, teaching hand-thrown arrow and chaotic cloak hammer, and turning the tide. Wu Bingji, the strongest, was next. Thus, Wu Bingji sought Tang San's input on spoils. Seeing Tang San's generosity, he was pleased. They couldn't share all gains with the academy, that'd be unfair to their life and death struggle, but sharing some meat and bones to nourish everyone was fitting. Redemption Academy was a collective, humans, weak against monsters and spirits, needed group growth for survival. Tang San parted with Wu Bingji. The cafeteria's roars continued. Teacher Town Lord, you're taking the heat. Smiling, Tang San returned to his room. This ordeal was unexpected. He'd pushed for adventure to grow stronger, but facing a peak 7th tier and a 9th tier beast was too coincidental, or unlucky. Thankfully, the outcome was good. He'd reached 6th tier through this training. From peak 4th tier to 6th tier, achieved via 2 adventures, killing Feng Shang and the winged tigers, was lightning fast. But Tang San knew further breakthroughs would be tough. Not due to slow cultivation, but his 9-year-old body, malnourished in youth, struggled to support his current power. Breaking from 6th to 7th tier, entering high-tier demon god transformation, was a qualitative leap. It required both sufficient strength and a body capable of handling it. His next goals were consolidating his abilities, coordinating them better, elevating his imprints, and crucially, tempering his body for growth. Stronger muscles and bones would support greater energy. Mysterious Heaven technique excelled at nurturing, and their demon beast meat and bones were perfect supplements. From their earnings, Tang San planned to gift some to his beloved and by spirit herbs for body tempering from the academy shop. With money coming, he could afford quality items. After 2 days' travel, he'd mostly recovered, his 6th tier realm stabilized. His Mysterious Heaven energy felt robust, his meridians full, an indication he couldn't break through soon. Chapter 129, Fusing Wind Tiger Transformation. Tang San tidied his room, absent for days, washed up, and went to bed. He circulated Mysterious Heaven technique for 9 cycles, his body warming as the energy nurtured it, promoting natural growth. Confirming his condition was stable, he directed his mental strength to move the newly acquired Wind Tiger transformation imprint toward the 4th ranked Wind Wolf transformation imprint. The Wind Tiger imprint, gained from a peak 7th tier Mother Tiger in a fleeting moment, had reached 6th tier potency due to her strength. However, its rank in demon god transformations didn't justify occupying Tang San's 6th imprint slot. Merging it with Wind Wolf transformation was optimal. Wind Blade and Wind Gang shared wind attributes, so a peak 5th tier and 6th tier fusion should elevate his wind element control to 6th tier without arousing suspicion or needing to hunt a 6th tier Wind Wolf. Under his control, the imprints began merging. As they touched, both vibrated intensely, repelling each other, neither willing to fuse. What's this? Sky Fox Eye's high rank resisting makes sense, but you 4th tier imprints acting proud. Tang San, surprised, realized higher tier demon god transformation imprints resisted fusion more. A peak 5th tier and 6th tier imprint made merging challenging. Still, he was confident. His liquid mental strength gave him time to persist, and their shared wind attribute promised high success. Instead of stopping, he intensified his mental pressure, forcing the imprints to blend. Cyan light illuminated his dantian, the imprints shaking more violently. Suddenly, the first rank Lingxi Sky Eye imprint rippled with milky white light. Despite its 3rd tier rank, equal to time and golden punk transformations, the light dimmed the cyan glow, calming the shaking imprints and smoothing the fusion. Bloodline supremacy. Tang San understood instantly. Lingxi Sky Eye felt like an awakened elder brother scolding rowdy siblings, who then behaved. The imprints quieted, no longer resisting. Fusing Sky Fox Eye brought such benefits. Remarkable. After merging Sky Fox Eye into Lingxi Heart Eye to form Lingxi Sky Eye, he hadn't tested it fully. Now, this 1st tier bloodline proved extraordinary, beyond just luck manipulation. Dubai's apparent uselessness stemmed from having only Sky Fox Eye, with low strength, weak physique, and no other abilities, limiting its potential. The teachers also didn't know how to use it. Tang San, wielding it, felt its immense role as a 1st tier bloodline in fusing abilities, no wonder it ranked top 3 among monsters. He eagerly anticipated Dubai's 4th tier breakthrough. To advance Lingxi Sky Eye, absorbing Dubai's bloodline power was the simplest way, so he hoped Dubai progressed quickly. This was why he taught Dubai Purple Demon Eye, helping Dubai help himself. The fusion proceeded smoothly. The 4th ranked cyan imprint deepened, becoming gem-like. Its shimmering cyan light gave Tang San a new sense of wind element changes. The evolved imprint allowed him to materialize wind elements directly, bypassing compression. Wind Gang talent bolstered his weak defenses. The fused imprint reached 6th tier, a 6th tier demon god transformation bloodline. Tang San concluded that materializing bloodline imprints marked 6th tier entry, his first 6th tier imprint. He was now officially a 6th tier powerhouse. His other 4 imprints looked weaker. Flash Leopard at 5th tier was decent, but the other 3, despite high bloodline ranks, were low tier and limited. To grow stronger, reaching 7th tier Mysterious Heaven technique would take time. Next, he'd elevate his imprints and find a 6th one. Each new imprint and ability, raised to his cultivation level, would boost his strength. Even at early 6th tier, he was confident against same tier opponents, including monsters, thanks to his many imprints. Smiling, Tang San entered deep meditation. This training was a huge success. Bang bang bang, loud knocking jolted him awake. He took a deep breath, letting mysterious heaven technique flow naturally, and opened his eyes. Who is it? Me, little Tang, it's me. Open the door. Great news, a familiar voice called from the living room. Tang San's eyes lit up. He leapt off the bed, dashed out, and opened the door. A familiar figure rushed in, giving him a big hug. Ha ha ha, you're all alive. So great. The figure spun Tang San around. All right, brother Dubai, put me down, Tang San said helplessly. Yes, it was Dubai. As they locked eyes, Tang San felt his mental sea stir, his liquid mental strength rippling, Ling Shi sky eye trembling slightly. You broke through. Tang San blurted, beaming. I didn't say, how do you know? Haha, yes, I broke through, 4th tier Sky Fox Eye. Dubai danced with excitement. Chapter 130, 4th tier Sky Fox transformation. Dubai had lingered at 3rd tier for years. Everyone said Sky Fox transformation was the strongest, his talent unique. Yet, he made no progress, lacking combat ability. Watching his peers grow stronger, how could he not feel anxious? He had no solution. During this training, Tang San, Wu Bingji, Guli, and Chang Zicheng fought while he watched, hiding during battles. It tore at his heart. In the final battle, watching Tang San, Wu Bingji, and Guli hold the rear while he and Chang Zicheng fled, he felt utterly useless. As a young man with passion, he longed to stand with them against the enemy. But he was powerless, his presence meaningless. In that moment, his intense desire, anger, and unwillingness made his head feel like it would split. He felt like exploding. What use is this so-called 1st tier Sky Fox bloodline? I'd trade it for a weaker, combat-capable one. Then, he erupted, channeling all his mental strength to surge his Sky Fox Eye, praying for his companions' safety. He didn't know if it worked, but it was all he could do. Something broke within him. He glimpsed the distant battlefield, seeing the trio's dire state. The vision flashed, then darkness took him. He vaguely recalled releasing a white light toward the battlefield. When he awoke in his room, his consciousness was initially fuzzy. Soon, a strange sensation arose. Following it, he got up, looked at the sky, and felt the altered surroundings. He realized he was different. His Sky Fox Eye had evolved, breaking through the 3rd tier bottleneck to 4th tier. 4th tier Sky Fox Eye brought a distinct change. Before, it was mostly observational, vaguely sensing stronger or weaker luck and mildly foreseeing danger. Now, he faintly felt he could manipulate luck. The world's threads seemed within his perception, and he could nudge them to shift with his will. Sensing his companions, joy overwhelmed him. He rushed to Tang San to share the news, only for Tang San to instantly see his breakthrough. Shish, Tang San gestured for silence. Keep it quiet, don't spread this. Your Sky Fox Eye is a critical academy secret. At 3rd tier, it wasn't too noticeable, but the stronger it gets, the more dangerous for you. Only tell the teachers, not our brothers. Right, Dubai nodded excitedly. Everyone's okay. How's big senior brother? No worries, everyone's fine. Only you and brother Guli were unconscious. You're awake, so he should recover soon, Tang San said. Dubai exhaled deeply. Great, that's amazing. Everyone's okay. He lunged to hug Tang San again. Tang San blocked his chest. Calm down, let's report to the teachers. No, you're too excited to control yourself. I'll fetch a teacher. Stay here. It was early morning, near breakfast time. Tang San locked the door, leaving Dubai in his room, and headed to the cafeteria. He sought not Zhang Haoshuan, who lived outside the academy, but Guan Longzhong, the dean of education and true manager. Recalling Guan Longzhong's tirade against Zhang Haoshuan yesterday, Tang San stifled a laugh. Teacher Town Lord took the heat for me. Today, he'd likely face scolding, but yesterday's focus was on Zhang Haoshuan. Tang San slipped into the cafeteria, spotting Guan Longzhong. Guan Longzhong always arrived early to check breakfast arrangements. A rich aroma wafted, bone broth from yesterday's ground-splitting lizard, nourishing and comparable to Jiali Academy's fare. Teacher Guan, Tang San called softly. Guan Longzhong turned, his face darkening. I was looking for you, Tang San. Do you know? Seeing anger flare in Guan's eyes, Tang San stepped forward, whispering, Teacher Guan, I have good news. Good news. What? Guan Longzhong asked, puzzled. Tang San leaned in, murmuring something. What? Really? Guan's eyes widened, his anger forgotten. Certain, you're sure? His voice trembled. Certain. He feels it too, it's unmistakable, Tang San affirmed. Where's he? Why didn't he come? Guan Longzhong asked urgently. Tang San said, he's too excited. I feared he'd reveal it, and it should stay secret, it's too important. I left him in my room and came to report. Did I do right? Very right. Confidentiality is crucial, Guan said, rubbing his hands excitedly, calming himself. Let's go, I need to confirm it myself. Okay. Tang San led Guan Longzhong to his dorm. Before entering, Guan stopped him. Guard the door, no one enters. He went in, leaving Tang San outside. Tang San's mouth twitched. My room, and I'm the gatekeeper. Fine, he'd guard. Hopefully, no scolding today. Soon, the door opened. Guan Longzhong emerged, beaming. Teacher Guan, how is it? Tang San asked tentatively. Guan laughed. Great, very great. Ha ha ha, little Tang, you've done a huge service. Keep it secret. Take him to his room to stabilize his realm until he can control his ability, others might sense his change. I'm fetching your teacher. He hurried off. Chapter 131, Dubai feels it's not so great anymore. Tang San returned to his room, where Dubai's excitement still hadn't faded. Teacher Guan confirmed it, I broke through. Haha, pretty awesome, right? Dubai grinned. Tang San replied, somewhat exasperated, it'll be awesome when you control your emotions and bloodline fluctuations. Right now, anyone can tell something's off with you. When Dubai rushed in earlier, Tang San had sensed it, a feeling like Dubai could disrupt rules. Yes, disrupt the world's order. When Dubai hugged him, Tang San felt the plane's order waver. It couldn't change it yet, but interference was possible. At 4th tier, Sky Fox transformation's true potential emerged. Tang San sensed Dubai's extraordinariness, though he wasn't sure of its specific effects. Near Dubai, he felt odd sensations. Dubai's goodwill toward him made Tang San feel his luck improve, his mysterious heaven technique flowing smoother. His Ling Shi Sky Eye resonated with Dubai's Sky Fox Eye, passively absorbing some of its aura, not through mysterious heaven technique, but enough to slightly advance Ling Shi Sky Eye. This meant staying near Dubai allowed Ling Shi Sky Eye to evolve naturally, without swallowing his bloodline. The realization struck Tang San. Sky Fox Eye controlled luck, swallowing Dubai's bloodline could weaken his luck, risking backlash, especially now at 4th tier. Better to borrow Dubai's luck by proximity, slower but safer. So, Tang San was happy to stay close. Okay, I get it, just broke through, so I'll work on control. 4th tier feels really different, Dubai said excitedly. Tang San said, let's get you back to your room. I'll bring breakfast later. Teachers will probably come for you soon. Cool, thanks, brother. Can I keep practicing Purple Demon Eye? Dubai asked softly. Tang San nodded. Should be fine. Your breakthrough boosted your mental strength, right? It was likely emotional intensity that triggered your bloodline surge. Keep strengthening your mental power to better control Sky Fox Eye and these future breakthroughs. Try it, and tell me any changes, we'll stay in touch. At higher levels, Purple Demon Eye becomes a combat method. Combat method, what's that? Dubai asked, puzzled. Tang San checked outside, ensuring privacy, then said, it trains mental strength for mental attacks. Watch. Facing sideways, purple light flashed from his eyes, a brief inch-long beam. Though not aimed at Dubai, he felt his newly enhanced mental strength and luck suppressed. Tang San seemed like a colossal beast, shaking his mind, making him yell. Tang San's mental strength, liquefied after fusing Sky Fox Eye, combined with Ling Shi Sky Eye, a fusion of 3 skills, and Purple Demon Eye's potent mental training, surpassed his past life's equivalent. Against the winged tiger, without Wu Bingji and Guli's control, he'd have risked exposing Purple Demon Eye's mental shock. He showed it to Dubai for two reasons. Dubai already knew Purple Demon Eye's method, and Tang San wanted to demonstrate its power and potential to motivate him. He hoped Dubai would advance quickly, boosting his own Ling Shi Sky Eye to 4th tier soon. Dubai gaped. That's possible. Your mental strength's that strong. Tang San nodded. That's Purple Demon Eye's result. See why I said it could help your Sky Fox Eye evolve. Dubai nodded vigorously. His Sky Fox Eye let him sense Tang San's immense mental output. Oh, by the way, I'm 6th tier, Tang San said casually. Quote ellipsis quote dot. Dubai stared, finally muttering, you monster. His 4th tier joy dimmed. 2 years younger, Tang San was 6th tier, matching Wu Bingji. No other meaning, Tang San said lightly. At 5th tier, Tang San rivaled Wu Bingji. Now 6th tier, he was likely the academy's strongest student, despite being the youngest. Dubai wanted to say, I'm done playing, but Tang San had just taught him Purple Demon Eye, and he felt closer to him. Those with strong luck were more approachable to him. I'm heading back. You've ruined my excitement. You controlled my emotions, Dubai said, exasperated. No need to thank me, Tang San smiled. Who's thanking you? HMPH, I'm out. Tang San escorted him back, fulfilling his promise to Guan Longjong, then went to the cafeteria. The demon beast bone broth was amazing, warming and invigorating. Breakfast left everyone energized. Morning was physical training with teacher Mu Yunyu, except for Dubai, Guli, and Wu Bingji, all gathered in the courtyard. Mu Yunyu's face was stern. You're the academy's elite, top among humans with demon god transformations. You know our transformations come from our ancestors' humiliation. Your first duty is to protect yourselves, grow strong, and become useful. Your recklessness risks not just yourselves but the academy and organization. I warn you, future missions must match your strength. No recklessness. Protect yourselves for a future. Her icy gaze landed on Tang San. Of the 5 who went, only Tang San and Chang Zicheng attended class. As the mission's proposer, Tang San was the obvious target. Chapter 132, Praise. Tang San stood meekly, but Mu Yunyu wasn't letting him off. Tang San, step forward. She commanded sternly. He took a step. Mu Yunyu approached, glaring. Do you know what you? A voice interrupted. This time, we commend Tang San's courageous spirit of adventure. Mu Yunyu froze, as did the students, turning toward the voice. It was Guan Longjong, smiling broadly, with a glowing Zhang Haoshuan beside him, hands behind his back, eyes proud. Mu Yunyu shot Guan a confused look. Didn't we agree last night to criticize Tang San as a warning? With no major casualties, but Zhang Haoshuan injured and the team nearly wiped out, the danger was clear. Guan Longjong patted Tang San's shoulder, addressing the students. You must be curious about what Wu Bingji, Tang San, and the others did these past days. Let me explain. With the academy's support, a team of 5, led by Tang San and Wu Bingji, undertook a demon beast hunting mission. Initially, I opposed it, their target was too strong. But Tang San told me, flowers raised in a greenhouse can't withstand storms. Facing greater trials sparks potential. After careful consideration, we approved. Curious about their target, it was a winged tiger, adult, 7th tier. Gasps erupted. A 7th tier demon beast. Such audacity. For safety, the town lord secretly followed to protect them. They honed their combat skills through battles and teamwork, making significant progress. At the edge of the winged tiger's territory, they encountered a 6th tier, non-adult one. Even at 6th tier, demon beasts outmatch us with their physiques. Yet, without the town lord's help, Tang San's team of 5 killed it, completing their mission. Everyone knew Wu Bingji was injured, having seen him bandaged. Learning they'd slain a 6th tier winged tiger, they were shocked and admiring. If you think that's all, you're wrong, Guan continued. That 6th tier tiger had a family. Its parents came immediately. The father, a 9th tier winged tiger king, was blocked by the town lord. But the mother, peak 7th tier, attacked the 5. The students' hearts raced, despite knowing the team returned safely. With no external aid, they relied on themselves. The result, Dubai and Guli unconscious, Wu Bingji heavily injured, Tang San lightly. But their achievement was glorious. Despite some luck, they killed the peak 7th tier mother tiger, overcoming the impossible. Exclamations filled the air. The students' gazes on Tang San and Chang Zicheng shifted. In just over a week, they grew significantly. Tang San was right. Greenhouse flowers don't survive storms. Their dazzling feat proves their strength surged. After discussion with the town lord, future demon beast hunts will be a core part of combat training. You'll all participate to grow in real battles. For their outstanding performance, the academy decrees all profits from the 2 winged tigers go to their team. They've also offered the meat and bones to the academy for everyone's benefit. Cheers erupted. Demon beast meets nourishing effect scaled with strength. Winged tigers, beast kings at 6th and peak 7th tier, were supremely beneficial. Chang Zicheng was stunned. This morning, Mu Yunyu had scolded her harshly. As the only female teacher, she mentored all female students. Mu Yunyu had seemed ready to make Tang San a cautionary example. How had Guan's arrival flipped everything? Mu Yunyu's face soured, pinching Guan, who seemed unfazed, finishing his speech. All profits ours. Tang San was elated. That meant at least 5 extra elemental coins, beyond the meat and bones. All right, class begins. Teacher Mu, continue, Guan said cheerfully. Continue what? Come here, Mu Yunyu snapped, dragging him aside to demand why his stance changed. Zhang Haoshuan approached Tang San, smiling. Back in line. Your approach is good, we'll continue this. Well done. Tang San understood. Dubai's Sky Fox Eye evolution thrilled the teachers. This first-tier demon god transformation was vital to the redemption organization. If Dubai reached god level, it could elevate the organization to top-tier strength. Sky Fox Eye's auxiliary role was immense, revered even by monsters. Soon, Mu Yunyu returned, her anger gone, replaced by an odd expression, almost amused. She realized the most frustrated wasn't her, but her brother, Mu Enqing, the combat instructor. His long-taught combat classes yielded modest results, while 9-year-old Tang San hit 6th tier at terrifying speed. Chapter 133, No Inner Core. Everyone, move out. Same drill, 1 round trip. Today, increase your weight by 20%. Potential needs pressure to shine, Mu Yunyu announced. The previously excited students grimaced at the added weight but complied. Tang San, stay back, Mu Yunyu called. As others left for training, Tang San remained. Mu Yunyu scrutinized him, her expression complex. Zhang Haoshuan lingered, and Guan Longjong returned. Facing 3 teacher stares, even as a former god king, Tang San felt uneasy. Teachers, anything else? Don't I need to join training? He asked, pointing at the departing students. Mu Yunyu asked, you're really 6th tier. Tang San nodded quietly. Seems so. Her mouth twitched. 9 years old. She, at 26, was only 7th tier. 6th to 7th was a major leap, but Tang San had years ahead. Guan Longjong murmured, Tang San at 6th tier, Dubai at 4th. Guli, stuck at a bottleneck, might advance too. Chang Zicheng didn't, but with these gains, 5th tier's close. Bingji said he benefited greatly. This training, despite the danger, was incredibly effective. Mu Yunyu said to Tang San, you're 6th tier, but don't try for 7th within 5 years. Your body's not fully developed, pushing further could burst it with bloodline power. You're young and impulsive, but for your life, don't rush. Yes, teacher Mu, I felt it too. That's why I'll focus on physical training and endurance. The 6th tier breakthrough was a fluke. The winged tiger's wind energy somehow triggered it. My meridians ache, and my body's struggling. I'll spend a long time conditioning it. Her expression softened. Good. Build a solid foundation. Yes, Tang San agreed again. Mu Yunyu glanced at Guan Longjong, then Zhang Haoshuan, who wore a cryptic smile. They wondered if he'd known Tang San's potential. If their demon god transformations weren't different, they might have thought Tang San was his son. Go join training, Mu Yunyu said. Eat more demon beast meat. Keep the winged tiger blood for yourself, it's nourishing. Also, 7th tier beasts have inner cores. The mother tiger's core, wind attributed, could enhance your wind control, maybe even grant a wind elemental body. Consider keeping it. Tang San's heart stirred, but he said, the blood's fine for personal use, but sell the core. It's a team gain. 7th tier beast cores were solidified energy, the most valuable part, though not weaponizable yet. Guan Longzhong said, given your battle, no one would object if you kept it, just take less of the rest. Tang San insisted, no, sell the core and split the profits. I just hit 6th tier, my body can't handle the core now, I'll focus on strengthening my physique. There'll be more cores later. Alright, prioritize your body, Zhang Haoshuan said, sensing Tang San's reasoning. With multiple demon god transformations, a core's benefit was uncertain. Tang San indeed thought so. He had no interest in a wind elemental body. With strong mental power, he could match its effects. A wind elemental body would overly shift his attributes, which he didn't want. Yu Yu nodded. Good, you know your limits. Join the weighted training. Since you're 6th tier, double your weight. Yes, Tang San headed off to climb with the extra load. Watching him leave, Guan Longzhong said, this kid's a prodigy. Just wind wolf transformation, yet he advances so fast. Bing Ji said Tang San guided him on element control, sparking insights. Zhang Haoshuan chuckled. Would I take him as a disciple without seeing his talent? Guan Longzhong snapped. You got lucky this time. If it failed, how do you explain it to the organization? Zhang Haoshuan grinned. Fine, no more trips. Guan's eyes gleamed. Trips are needed, but safer. The pressure and stimuli worked wonders. Tang San to 6th, Dubai to 4th, Guli likely advancing. Bing Ji and Chang Zicheng gain 2. With consolidation, results will improve. This combat method clearly benefits their growth. We should refine, not reject, it. Zhang Haoshuan teased. You chewed me out yesterday. Don't you have town duties? Go work, town lord. I'm checking on Dubai, Guan said, leaving. That evening, Guli awoke, heavily drained but not yet recovered, needing meditation. The team's demon beast meat was partly donated, the rest sold to the academy for elemental coins. Wu Bingji was handling other parts, needing a few days to liquidate. Tang San kept a low profile, attending classes and stabilizing his 6th tier cultivation. 2 days later, great news, Guli and Chang Zicheng broke through to 5th tier. Of the 5 who hunted, all but Wu Bingji, recently 6th tier, advanced. The academy fully endorsed this risky but effective combat training. Skyfox and time transformations, advancements brought joy to Redemption Academy. For Tang San's team, an even more thrilling moment arrived. Let's go, big senior brothers calling to split the money. Dubai burst into Tang San's dorm, dragging him out. Chapter 134, splitting the money, we're rich. Splitting the money, Tang San's eyes lit up with delight. When they reached Wu Bingji's room, Guli and Chang Zicheng were already there, all beaming with joy. Dubai rubbed his hands, grinning. Big senior brother, how much total? Split it quick, can't wait. Wu Bingji smiled. Everyone's here, so let's tally up. We hunted 20 demon beasts, 1 peak 7th tier winged tiger, 1 6th tier juvenile, and the rest 5th tier or below. The most valuable is the 7th tier beast's inner core, followed by scales, hide, tendons, bones, and unique parts. I won't list prices individually. The meat and bones were taken by the academy at a 70% market price discount. We couldn't get full price anyway, too much volume. The academy's bulk purchase was convenient, so I agreed. We kept the demon beast blood, which the academy will process for 5 to strengthen our bodies. Blood tempering is luxurious, but we have plenty. It'll take time to prepare, but the benefits are ours. The rest was sold for 28 elemental coins. Originally 17, but the town lord approved a boost to 28. As agreed, we split evenly. Each gets 5 coins first. As he spoke, he shook a bag, and elemental coins rolled out, intensifying the room's elemental fluctuations. So much money, except for Tang San, they'd never seen this much. Not demon or Lingxi coins, but elemental coins, immensely valuable, treasure-like for cultivation. The coins varied in attributes. Pick your share. I'll take the ice attribute coins, you choose the rest. 5 each, Wu Bingji said. They eagerly selected, attributes less critical than the luxury of cultivating with elemental coins, rare for most. 3 coins remained on the table. Wu Bingji said, Tang San, take these. Huh, Tang San blinked, puzzled. Big senior brother, use them to buy stuff for everyone. Wu Bingji shook his head. No, they're yours. I'm sure no one objects. You led the team, commanding during battles. Without you, we'd have achieved a third of our kills, if that. Don't refuse, you taught me hand-thrown arrow, and Guli and Chang Zicheng chaotic cloak hammer. We're grateful. Without your proposal, this training wouldn't have happened. Take them. And me, I learned a move from little Tang. Dubai chimed, stopped by Tang San's nudge before saying purple demon eye. Tang San said, I won't argue then. If you all agree, I'll take them. Inwardly, he sighed. I taught you, but you don't know what I gained from you. Such honest kids. They were part of his growth plan, except Wu Bingji. 8 elemental coins were a fortune for Tang San. With those from Feng Shan, he felt rich. 1 elemental coin equaled 100 Lingxi or 10,000 demon coins. His assets exceeded 100,000 demon coins, truly wealthy. They pocketed their coins, though Tang San took the most. 5 each was their biggest haul ever. All 5 were elated. When do we go again, little Tang? Dubai asked, drawing all eyes to Tang San. Yes, when. This training was too fruitful. Beyond 5 coins each, Dubai and Guli broke through, long-standing academy bottlenecks. Chang Zicheng advanced too. Such progress was unimaginable. Dubai and Guli thought they'd be stuck forever, yet they broke through. Despite the danger, the gains were worth it. Scars healed, pain forgotten. Their confidence soared. With this pace, more trips meant more. Wu Bingji looked at Tang San, the only one not to advance. Tang San's rapid progress made him envious. His next step, 7th tier, was a major threshold for true strength. Tang San said, we can't rush. Our gains were huge, you all advanced. But your breakthroughs weren't just from this adventure, prior accumulation was key. You 3, stuck at bottlenecks, seize this chance. Besides external stimuli and potential, accumulation matters. First, we digest these gains before planning the next trip. Wu Bingji nodded. Little Tang's right, we gained a lot, and you just broke through. Stabilize first. I heard teacher Guan say others might go train in the mountains, but not as teachers want us to consolidate. Dubai and Guli looked disappointed but didn't argue. Tang San smiled. How about this? Set goals. Brother Guli, master chaotic cloak hammer to at least 18 consecutive strikes, fluidly. Sister Chang, manage 3 cycles of 9 spin golden wing slash. Brother Dubai, master the mental training I taught you to entry level, applying it once we all hit these, we plan the next trip. Deal. No problem, Guli said instantly, then eyed Tang San. What mental training did you teach Dubai? Can I learn? His time transformation needed strong mental support. Tang San considered, then said, probably not, it suits pure mental controllers. Dubai hasn't succeeded yet. Your time transformation just advanced, trying this might cause side effects. Guli sighed, disappointed. Fine, I'll focus on chaotic cloak hammer. Once I master it, I'll deal with Zhang Zeben first, heh. Chapter 135, off to the shop. Tang San grinned. We earn so much this time. The key is turning money into strength. Let's start shopping. Agreed. Chang Zicheng raised her hand, excited. To the shop. Dubai clutched his elemental coins, ready to dash out. Wu Bingji shook his head, amused. Little Tang, what about me? When should I train to go out again? Tang San considered. Big senior brother, once you master true ice needles, you're ready. Deal. Wu Bingji nodded firmly. Though still injured, he'd been practicing ice element control, deepened by Tang San's guidance. Let's go shop. Rain sister's the real winner here, Wu Bingji chuckled. The five left Wu Bingji's room, pockets full, confidence high. Dubai led the charge to Mu Yunya's shop. At the shop, Mu Yunya was tidying the counter. Seeing them, she smiled. Well, look at our little tycoons. Big shopping day. Tang San grinned. Rain sister, we're here to buy. Any discount for a group purchase? Discount? No, I know how much you earned, no discounts. I'm already nice not jacking up prices, Mu Yunya teased. Dubai said, Rain sister, that's harsh. We'll shop in the city then, maybe better stuff there. Mu Yunya was unfazed. Go ahead. The city has good things, but most high-end shops don't sell to vassals. Only monsters, especially nobles, can enter. Try if you don't believe me. Tang San noted this new detail. Even shopping faced vassal discrimination. Wu Bingji chuckled. Rain sister, ignore Dubai's nonsense. We'll pick our stuff. He winked at the group. Mu Yunya said casually, go on, note what you want, settle up together. You can take items in batches. Many treasures needed special care, taking them all at once risked spoilage. Her offer to store items was generous. The five dove in the shop had a vast array. Wu Bingji, as eldest disciple, had bought here before, but Tang San, Dubai, and Chang Zicheng were first-timers. Guli had shopped a few times but spent little. Dubai and Guli, with their rare talents, often got academy support, but the shop's pricier items, costly even for the academy, weren't freely given, especially after their long bottlenecks. Mu Yunya called, need recommendations. Ask me. She was thrilled seeing them, knowing their haul likely exceeded 20 elemental coins. The winged tigers, especially the inner core, were worth over 5. Oh, by the way, the second hunting team leaves tomorrow, 5 people. A third will follow. You'll be split into 3 groups. Grab good stuff now before they're gone. Some items are one of a kind, she added. Tang San, browsing, smiled. Her sales pitch was basic. The shop's items were pricey, and the second team matching their haul was unlikely. Their group had Wu Bingji, 6th tier, leading, plus Tang San's pivotal role. Guli's time, Chang Zicheng's golden pung, and Dubai's sky fox transformations were rare. Other teams, led by 5th tiers, lacked Tang San and couldn't compare. Tang San had planned his purchases since his last visit, noting valuable, suitable items. He quickly chose, jotting down item numbers, and returned to Mu Yunya. Rain sister, I want these, he said, handing over the list. Mu Yunya checked it against her inventory, copying the names. She frowned, surprised. What's this? Dragon tendon fruits great for meridian tempering, worth an elemental coin. You're splurging, but Azure Jade Vine, it's just a second-tier beast, alive. It's mainly for binding, using it as rope. It moves, so it's unreliable. And this, pointed crystal gold. What's it for? No elemental energy, not even usable as demon coins. And black ebony stone, it's just hard, no energy. Got too much money to burn. Hearing her scolding, Tang San gave a wry smile. Rain sister, I have uses. Uses. These 4 cost 2 elemental coins. Pointed crystal golds for women's jewelry. Monsters love its shine and rarity, so it's pricey. A boy like you making ornaments. For a girl, got a crush on Chang Zicheng. Quote ellipsis quote dot. Tang San was speechless. He knew she meant well, but he needed these items. Huh, a crush on me. No way, Tang San, I don't like younger guys. Don't even think about it, Chang Zicheng, sharp-eared, shot back. Then, softening, she added, little Tang, you're a good guy, but we're young. Focus on training and studying. A good guy card. Tang San's mouth twitched. Chapter 136, shopping complete. Rain sister, I really have uses, Tang San explained. Black ebony stone and pointed crystal gold are both very hard, with unique properties. Pointed crystal gold repels all elements, so I'm thinking of forging it into a weapon to better pierce elemental defenses. Like the winged tiger we faced, its wind gang blocked my wind blades. I want to craft a weapon to enhance my wind blades' attack power. Black ebony stone serves a similar purpose, and it's cheap, so I bought more. Pointed crystal gold's pricey, so I got just a bit to test. Forging a weapon. Mu Yunya blinked, stunned. She'd never heard of using pointed crystal gold for weapons. The egg-sized piece he wanted cost 1 elemental coin. She felt the sting. Black ebony stone was inexpensive, lacking elemental properties beyond hardness. Tang San bought a cubic meter's worth. If not for its scarcity in Jiali City, it'd be nearly worthless. Whatever. You're rich. Spend as you like, Mu Yunya said, exasperated. Thanks, Rain sister. Tang San's items totaled 2 elemental coins and 35 Lingxi coins. Dragon tendon fruit and pointed crystal gold were the priciest. Azure jade vine and black ebony stone were cheap. Satisfied, he noted his items needed no special storage and could go to his room. Little Tang, help me. What should I buy? Another dragon tendon fruit. Dubai waved him over. Tang San approached. Skip the dragon tendon fruit. I suggest Sister Cheng buy it. Too expensive. Can't bear it. Chang Zicheng said, clutching her coins like a miser. Tang San laughed. You can't catch a wolf without bait. Sister, your golden wing slash's biggest issue is insufficient body strength. Recoil hampers follow-up strikes and risks injury. Dragon tendon fruit strengthens muscles and bones, boosting resilience. It'll make your slashes easier. Worth a try. Really? Chang Zicheng eyed the dark purple, elongated fruit, still hesitant. I agree, Wu Bingji said, joining them. He'd chosen ice attribute items to enhance his 6th tier cultivation and ice element mastery. He hadn't used ice elemental coins for cultivation before due to cost, but now planned to try. Fine, I'll take it so expensive, Chang Zicheng said, sticking out her tongue, grabbing the last dragon tendon fruit. What about me? Dubai asked Tang San. Tang San smiled. You and brother Guli need mental enhancing herbs most. Focus there. You just broke through, and your mental strength is growing fast. Using these herbs now will speed up your cultivation. The shop had few mental enhancing herbs, only 2 or 3 types. Dubai and Guli split them evenly, spending 6 elemental coins total, 3 each, wincing at the cost and skipping other items. Tang San didn't push Dubai to buy more, considering his poor physical condition. Improving his physique to match others was nearly impossible, so focusing on mental strength, key to Sky Fox transformation, was better. The 5 spent over 10 elemental coins total. Mu Yunya beamed. Use those herbs quickly, don't waste their potency. Come back soon, she said cheerfully, escorting them out. After they left, Guan Longjong emerged from the back. Mu Yunya, without turning, said, not giving these kids a discount. Shouldn't we support them more? Guan smiled. It's about fairness. Their haul was huge, they're not short on cash. Their profits subsidize other students. They earn fast. You watch them here. Tomorrow, I'm going with your brother to protect the second training group. We'll be gone a week to 10 days, hoping for good results. I want to see if field combat's effect is really that great. Mu Yunya said, 4 out of 5 advanced and brought back tons of beast meat. It proves everything, no room to scold. Tang San's got skills. Chang Zicheng said he, not Wu Bingji, led the mission. Wu Bingji's the eldest, but they seem to follow Tang San's lead. Guan nodded. He's got a unique charisma, a born leader. Hope he keeps this momentum. Your brother's the frustrated one, teaching combat so long with little progress, yet Dubai and Guli broke through after one trip with Tang San. He said yesterday, for the second group, we won't intervene unless it's a true life or death crisis to let them feel that edge. He's serious. Mu Yunyu sighed. I'll pity the second group for a minute. Don't overdo it, safety first. Don't worry, not every trip meets a winged tiger king. The 5 returned to their rooms, eager to use their purchases. Tang San stored the pointed crystal gold and black ebony stone in his storage bag, a faint smile lingering. Spending over 2 elemental coins was worth it. Dragon tendon fruit was ideal for meridian tempering, boosting his physique and stabilizing his 6th tier cultivation while speeding growth. With demon beast meat and blood, he'd transform his frail body. He meant what he told Mu Yunyu, he needed physical growth to break through further. At 9, his body couldn't handle more energy. Even as a former god king, 3rd tier mysterious heaven technique at his age would be impressive. His rapid 6th tier rise relied on swallowing bloodlines. Now, his body's growth lagged behind his cultivation. Chapter 137, Azure Jade Vine. Tang San didn't rush to use the dragon tendon fruit for body tempering, he had 3 days. Instead, he took out the Azure Jade Vine. Azure Jade Vine, true to its name, was cyan white, faintly translucent, with a soft texture and subtle warmth. The 3-meter vine he bought was confined in a cage, writhing like a snake. A 2nd tier demon beast, it could become a spirit beast with awakened intelligence, but it hadn't. Awakening intelligence was rare. As a 2nd tier plant type beast, it was inedible by monster standards, thus nearly useless. Its sole trait was toughness. Easy to sustain with water and sunlight, it thrived in deep forests, lacking aggression or even pain sensation. Its 2nd tier rating came from its durability. Looking at the jade-like vine, Tang San's eyes flickered with nostalgia. He opened the cage, releasing it freed. The vine grew active, slithering across the floor, instinctively seeking water due to its plant nature. Tang San waved his right hand, a breeze lifting the vine into his grasp. It felt warm, but as he held it, it twisted, coiling up his arm, a reflexive response. Though not an active attacker, when touched, it used its toughness to entangle, capable of strangling weaker beasts. As the 3-meter vine wrapped around him, Tang San's eyes gleamed, and mysterious heaven technique activated. The vine trembled violently, its cyan white glow fading instantly. It withered, collapsing limply. With a shake of his hand, Tang San's energy turned it to dust, scattering on the floor. Closing his eyes, he sensed the energy he'd absorbed. The vine, cheapest of his purchases at 5 Lingxi coins, was pricier alive, as Mu Yunyu noted, a tough rope. Tang San had devoured its circulating mysterious heaven technique. He expelled impurities, revealing a faint cyan white imprint. From swallowing the mother-winged tiger, he knew demon beast bloodlines formed imprints. The weak azure jade vine, a demon beast, did too. He noticed it during his first shop visit but hadn't decided then. This time, among his 4 items, the vine was his top priority, hence its immediate use. After purging impurities, its imprint was 1st tier, weak. Yet Tang San smiled with joy. Using mental strength, he placed the tiny imprint in his newly acquired 6th slot, last among his imprints. Yes, he chose this feeble plant beast bloodline as his 6th imprint. The azure jade vine imprint settled, emitting a faint glow, negligible compared to his other 5. But Tang San's joy was evident. Taking a deep breath, he infused mysterious heaven energy into it, raising his right hand. A cyan glow gathered in his palm, forming a thinner azure jade vine. Under his control, it lengthened, coiling around him, flexing into various shapes as he willed. This was his 6th bloodline imprint, his only plant type, at 1st tier. His eyes held deep emotion. In his past life on Douluo continent, people awakened martial souls at 6. Souls varied, beast or tool. Only those with soul power could cultivate, becoming soul masters, the world's mightiest and noblest. At 6, Tang San awakened 2 martial souls, unlike most with 1. 1, seemingly weak, accompanied him lifelong, blue silver grass. Now, the azure jade vine was the closest in aura and attributes to blue silver grass he'd found here. Though weak, it felt like returning to his past life, to his awakening. Blue silver grass, azure jade vine, and that person, I'm Xiao Wu, who as in dance. Closing his eyes, Tang San took a deep breath, pursed his lips, and retracted the vine. Though weak now, could it transform in his hands in the future? With a third of the students out training in Guanlongjiang and New Enqing absent, Mu Yunyu handled teaching. Siru rarely appeared, his whereabouts unknown. Morning physical training exhausted everyone. Before lunch, Tang San requested leave from Mu Yunyu to visit the city that afternoon. She approved readily, perhaps due to their big purchases. She only warned him to hide his wealth. Elemental coins were rare even for monsters. At 6th tier, Tang San's status rose. He was now second only to Wu Bingji in strength, having matched him at 5th tier. After lunch, during Mu Yunyu's theory class, Tang San left for the city as soon as it ended, eager for milk tea, and to see the girl who sold it even after 3 lives, seeing her made his heart race with excitement and nerves. Time stretched in anticipation, his steps quickening. By dusk, he reached the familiar place. Chapter 138, She's Not Here. Jiali Central Square was lively at this hour, bustling with people. As the city's heart, it would be even busier if it had a commercial district. From afar, Tang San spotted the milk tea shop sign. A long queue stretched out front, a testament to its popularity. He quickened his pace toward it as he neared, his steps slowed, a wave of irrepressible disappointment flashing in his eyes. Inside, 2 figures worked busily, the familiar young waitress and the graceful woman, beautiful young master's mother. But beautiful young master herself was absent. A deep sense of loss hit Tang San, dousing his enthusiasm like cold water. Perhaps because he cared so much, the disappointment stung. Lips pressed tight, he stood dazed. Instead of joining the queue, he retreated to the familiar big tree, sat down, and watched the shop, the endless stream of customers, her busy mother. As dusk deepened, Tang San kept his gaze fixed, waiting silently. Would she come today? Where was she? He didn't know and couldn't ask. He could only wait. Night fell, but the shop held only those 2 figures, no sign of her. Tang San knew he likely wouldn't see her today. It was late, he had to return. If Mu Yunyu checked rooms and found him gone, there'd be trouble. He quietly joined the now shorter milk tea queue. Soon, it was his turn. What do you want, little one? Sun Qin asked softly, her voice pleasant. Time had left few marks on her face. Beautiful young master didn't resemble her closely, carrying more valor. Both were beautiful, but differently. Auntie, 14 cups of milk tea, Tang San said, placing 14 Wind Spirit Stone Demon coins from Wind Wolf Town on the payment tray. Sun Qin looked surprised but nodded, signaling the waitress to prepare the order. Tang San tested, Auntie, your business is booming. Can you manage? Sun Qin smiled. It's all right, he pressed. I came before, and you gave me a free cup. Remember me? Sun Qin paused. She saw many customers daily. Human vassals were rare but not absent. Tang San seemed vaguely familiar. This was his 3rd visit. Sun Qin was there the first time, but only beautiful young master and the waitress the second. This was the 3rd. Kind of, she nodded. Tang San said, last time, there were 3 of you. The older sister gave me the free cup. She's not here today. He bought 14 cups to buy time to inquire about beautiful young master's whereabouts. Little May's at school. She helps when she's not studying. Here's your milk tea, Sun Qin said, smiling, handing over 2 large bags. Thanks, Auntie. School. Tang San latched onto the key detail. Where was beautiful young master studying? Could a human vassal attend school in the monster world? Questions swirled, but he didn't ask more. The monster behind him was urging. Carrying the bags, Tang San headed back, pondering. Human vassals studying in Jiali City narrowed the scope. Schools were rare in the monster world, and only powerful monster clans or nobles attended. Jiali Academy was the city's top institution. Where was beautiful young master studying? Why could a human vassal family run a milk tea shop in the central square, and why could she study? What background supported them? In 3 visits, he'd never seen monsters cause trouble here. There had to be a reason. What was beautiful young master's origin? What force protected them? With these questions, Tang San returned to the mountain. He'd bought 14 cups for the 11 students, including himself, plus Mu Yunyu, Siru, and his master. The last was for Zhang Haoshuan. He timed his return before Mu Yunyu's evening check. Rain's sister, milk tea for you, Tang San said, handing her a cup. Milk tea, from the central square, you went there. Mu Yunyu asked, surprised. Tang San nodded. I passed by, saw the crowd, and bought some for everyone. She smiled. I've had it, delicious. Thanks, you're generous, sharing your earnings. Come, help me check rooms and distribute. Alright, Tang San followed, handing out milk tea. Everyone was thrilled, girls especially loved it, newcomers were delighted, regulars ecstatic. Afterward, Tang San felt closer to his peers. Rain's sister, is teacher Siru here? I got him one, and one for my master, Tang San said. Old sis not here, his cup's mine, Mu Yunyu said, snatching another with a grin. Your master's probably around, check his place. Thanks, little Tang. Mu Yunyu returned to her room. Tang San had drunk his on the way. He took the last cup to Zhang Haoshuan's residence. Knocking, he heard, who? Master, it's me, Tang San called. The door opened. Zhang Haoshuan, in pajamas, let him in, late visit, cultivation issue. Zhang Haoshuan asked. Tang San shook his head. I went to the city and bought milk tea for everyone. Here's yours. He handed over the cup. Zhang Haoshuan chuckled. Got money now, huh? Heard you bought dragon tendon fruit. You did. Not yet, planning for tonight, Tang San said. Zhang Haoshuan nodded. Dragon tendon fruit's great for meridians and organs. Control the medicinal power, don't let it dissipate. Eat it with the skin. Got it, Tang San said. Master, I need your help with something. Chapter 139, I want to make a hammer. What's the matter? Zhang Haoshuan asked curiously. Tang San said, my close combat skills are weak, so I thought of a solution. I want to forge a weapon for self-defense. Oh, what kind? Zhang Haoshuan looked at him, surprised. Tang San replied, I want to make a hammer. Zhang Haoshuan said, that's easy, just have a blacksmith forge it, but would a regular hammer help your close combat? Like that chaotic cloak hammer you taught Guli. How'd you come up with that? Borrowing force to strike, quite clever. I've seen Guli practicing lately. Tang San grinned. It's from the mysterious heaven treasure record. I haven't mastered it myself yet, but it's powerful, and with my wind element control, I can speed up my spins for better effect. I plan to forge the hammer myself and need your help to tend the fire. Zhang Haoshuan chuckled. You know blacksmithing too. Tang San scratched his head. It shouldn't be hard, right? He could have revealed that his father in his past life was Douluo continent's top blacksmith, or that his dark weapon expertise made him surpass any blacksmith in the fairy continent. Alright, come find me tomorrow afternoon, I'm free. I'll take you to the smithy. Try it yourself, and if it doesn't work, we'll get a blacksmith's help, Zhang Haoshuan agreed. He felt a mix of emotions about Tang San, mostly anticipation. Since joining Redemption Academy, Tang San had continually shocked and amazed him, sometimes even sparking a hint of fear. Genius existed in this world, especially among monsters, but Tang San was the most gifted human he'd ever seen. The mysterious heaven treasure record choosing Tang San felt like fate. Only Zhang Haoshuan knew that, because of it, Tang San's importance surpassed even Dubai and Guli, with their top-tier demon god transformations. In such a short time, Tang San reached 6th tier at 9 years old, an alarming pace. At this rate, he could hit 9th tier by 20, possibly touching god level. How far the record could take him was unclear. During the last training, Zhang Haoshuan's protection was more about ensuring Tang San's safety than the team's. The stronger Tang San's abilities and progress, the more Zhang Haoshuan valued him. To protect him, Zhang Haoshuan kept the record a secret, even from the organization. Until Tang San fully matured, it couldn't be revealed. By the way, since you're 6th tier, I'll apply to raise your redemption rank to orange, Zhang Haoshuan said. Thank you, master, Tang San replied. 9-year-old orange rank redemption, you're breaking records. But, little Tang, don't stand out too much. You're already noticeable in the academy. You know your situation, stay steady and low-key. Got it, master, Tang San said with a cheerful smile. Go rest, come after lunch tomorrow. I'll have the smithy ready, Zhang Haoshuan said. Tang San took his leave. Zhang Haoshuan closed the door, picked up the milk tea, and heated it with a faint red glow from his fingertips. The warm milk and tea aroma wafted up. He took a sip, eyes thoughtful. After the training, he'd spent days reinvestigating Tang San's background, scrutinizing every detail from birth. Tang San's excellence was staggering, like a treasure trove of surprises. During the team's training, Zhang Haoshuan saw Tang San guide Wu Bingji, Guli, Cheng Zicheng, and Dubai. His chaotic cloak hammer, ice element control, and eye training methods were unprecedented among humans. Zhang Haoshuan's greatest fear was that Tang San might be a monster infiltrator. But all evidence showed his background was clean, with no doubts. Tang San's help and kindness toward others were genuine. What Tang San didn't notice was that, against the winged tiger king, Zhang Haoshuan's strike could have come sooner. At 9th tier, he was immensely powerful and had monitored the mother tiger's battlefield, ready to intervene. He wanted to see Tang San's reaction at the brink of death. Shockingly, Tang San, with Wu Bingji and Guli, killed the mother tiger. Others missed it, but Zhang Haoshuan's strong mental power detected Tang San using time transformation, likely his 5th demon god transformation, learned via mysterious heaven technique from Guli. This stunned Zhang Haoshuan, prompting his background check. Now, he trusted Tang San fully. No monster, even with dual bloodlines from parents, could wield 5. Mixed bloodlines often weakened abilities, but Tang San's 5 transformations grew with his strength, an unprecedented feat in monster history. If Tang San were a monster, he'd be their prized genius, not a spy. Monsters knew of the redemption organization but dismissed it as insignificant, like a minor nuisance. Thus, Zhang Haoshuan believed Tang San was heaven's gift to humans. He vowed to protect him until he matured, perhaps as humanity's future leader. Chapter 140, Consuming the Dragon Tendon Fruit. Tang San was unaware of Zhang Haoshuan's complex thoughts. He knew Zhang Haoshuan had seen him teach others, and there was no need to hide it with his faint divine consciousness and the luck sensing from his fused sky fox eye. He was certain Zhang Haoshuan bore him no ill will. Tang San didn't need much from the redemption organization, just a safe place and time to grow. As he grew more familiar with this world, he found his path to advancement. The sky fox eye, merged into his Lingxi heart eye, was his greatest aid, liquefying his mental strength at a young age, a sublimation. More crucially, this liquid mental strength nourished his sliver of divine consciousness. Strengthening that consciousness could let him tap into past life abilities, gradually reclaiming his god king status. Back in his room, Tang San didn't rush to cultivate, still pondering beautiful young master's schooling. She seemed a bit older, maybe 12 or 13, due to girls maturing earlier. What academy would she attend as a human vassal? From his knowledge of the fairy continent, a basic academy was likely. Sighing, he noted Jiali City had several, and its size made searching them all impractical. Worse, if she attended school regularly, his chances of seeing her at the milk tea shop were slim, a disheartening thought. I miss you. He couldn't ask her mother which school. What to do? No giving up. Basic academies narrowed it down. He'd investigate Jiali City's academies, checking each one. He'd find her. Determined, he decided he needed a detailed city map with academy locations marked. With a plan, his heart settled. He took out the dragon tendon fruit. It was time. He needed a stronger physique to handle more energy, or his body would limit his progress. Biting a small hole in the fruit, a fragrant juice surged into his mouth. Sucking gently, the fruit withered as the juice flowed down his throat, turning hot, like a fiery line plunging into his abdomen. The warm juice gave an indescribable sensation, the heat rushing to his limbs. His skin reddened, heat radiating. Such potent medicinal power. Tang San's mind stayed clear, circulating mysterious heaven technique to spread the energy. With strong mental strength, he sensed the fruit's power permeating his body, transforming every part. Worth its high price, it offered no ability boost but excellent physical nourishment. Feeling the fiery energy refine his body, Tang San entered meditation. The air around him warmed as the fruit tempered him. He passed the night in cultivation. At dawn, sunlight entered his room, waking him. His body felt sore and itchy. Stretching, his bones crackled, meridians stretching with emotion. The discomfort gave way to ease, blood surging, a sour odor rising. Looking down, he saw a gray grime on his skin, the source of the smell, impurities purged by the dragon tendon fruit, enhanced by mysterious heaven technique. Getting up, he didn't rush to wash, instead doing more stretches, smiling faintly. After a quick bath, he assessed his changes. Overnight, he'd grown 3 centimeters, his thin frame sturdier, skin and muscles more elastic, as if he'd matured. The fruit's effect was strong. The strain from his overwhelming mysterious heaven energy eased, though pushing to 7th tier soon was still impossible. His body needed further strengthening to handle more. At the cafeteria, fewer students made it feel empty. Tang San spotted Dubai and Chang Zicheng eating together. Seeing Chang Zicheng, he noticed changes. She looked older, as if aged a year or two, her face slimmer, skin glowing, figure taller and stronger. Clearly the dragon tendon fruit's work. Sitting with them, Dubai turned, exclaiming, "This fruit's amazing. Tang San, you've changed too, like Chang Zicheng. I gotta buy one, it makes you better looking." To Dubai, Tang San wasn't just taller, his appearance and aura had shifted. No longer frail, his skin glowed, features more defined, far more pleasing. Tang San smiled. "If you've got the coins, it'll boost your physique. But mental items suit you better. Your Sky Fox eye relies on mental strength." Dubai grinned, whispering, "It's working. Your purple demon eye, I'm feeling it after breaking through to 4th tier, it's clearer. Practicing it, I feel my mental strength growing. This morning, my mental sea started changing." "What change?" Tang San asked, curious.